I'm gonna take it all the way when I hear the music play. Cause baby, I can't help myself. I'm here to do my thing. Who knows what tomorrow brings?
Welcome to Zoo Studio.
If they're naughty and they're cheeky, then I love that, and that's great for the photos.
The little snapshots I see of Blade that I kind of gave in the description that I'd love to get at the end of that shoot hit every single mark.
Every time I'm in our bedroom, I'm always drawn straight to her eyes.
But that photo is Taser. That's one of those who's just looking straight at you.
2 16-week-old bloodhound puppies can be trouble. Ken was unbelievable with the dog. I had no idea that he spent most of his time laying on his back on the ground.
That's the key thing for me. I'm not interested in taking pretty photos. I'm interested in taking meaningful portraits.
Everyone at Zoo Studio has that same energy and passion and absolute devotion for what we do and bringing joy to people's lives who love fur babies.
The most important thing to me is knowing that unfortunately dogs and cats and all these other pets, they have such short lives and they're with us such a short time. When they're gone, if we don't have photos that really show what they were like, not just what they look like, but what they were like to be with and really ooze personality, then what else are we left with other than an urn and maybe an old collar?
It's very memorable because it started out quite tragically. The day before her photo shoot, she rang up in floods of tears and sadly her Staffy had passed away. We all felt the angst and anguish and the deep sadness in her. She felt like she'd left it too late. And we wanted to give her an element of her other puppy dog that had passed away in the photo shoot.
To have the support and the love from you guys, not just on the day but leading up to and after, was just phenomenal. When I could get the courage to come back and get the photos done, you guys were just amazing at coming up with, okay, can we incorporate Tia into some of these photos? And so I was able to give you guys a couple of the photos that I happened to have. I was just super lucky to have them floating around. They weren't the best quality. What you guys did with them was amazing. Unrevealing that one photo of Blade looking up at Tia in the light was just my dreams come true, to be able to have her still in those photos with Blade.
We don't want to just capture just a whole bunch of pretty photos. We want to capture the very essence of who they are, so that every time they look at those photos, they're brought back to that moment, they're brought back to that feeling, that experience, that joy that their fur kids bring to them.
There's the detail in her eye. I look at that every time and oh boy, it captures everything everything.
I've never really found anyone to have this style and to be able to bring out the actual personalities, the soul of those animals. I mean, every photo is so different of all the personalities, and you can't replicate that in dog to dog or cat to cat or animal to animal. It's just so unique.
I think I've got a very unusual style, and I'm holding the camera with one hand, which is exactly what they teach you not to do in photo school, and I'm using the other hand for interacting with my subject. So, presuming it's a dog, for example, I might have a squeaky ball in my hand, I might have a tug rope, and I've got the dog on the other end of the tug rope, and I've been pulled all over the floor by 60-kilo Rottweilers before, and I'm desperately hanging onto the rope getting photos with my right hand.
Everything's all digital now, everything's on hard drive, and they can be easily lost and wiped and things like that, whereas photos and portraits, you think, oh stuff, I'll go on the computer and have a look, and then you have to have time and you're trying to find it, whereas you've got a photo album and you've got portraits and you just see them. It's great. I'd rather do that.
The design process was amazing. It really was, because it all came to life. Like, it's all these little bits and pieces, and then all of a sudden it comes to life.
That's my job, to chat with the clients and get those stories and get them to open up and not be shy or timid about telling us those stories, whether it is, look, they grab the underpants from the laundry and then they wear them on their heads, or whether it is pre-washing the dinner plate. We do all of that as well.
From the very beginning of booking and communication and talking and then the photo shoot, I think the whole journey is exceptional. There's nothing that I would have ever wanted to change.
You're an award-winning team because you really do have got that professionalism. You do make us feel part of your family, and you do things right. Every detail, and
it's like a family. It really is. It's like amazing to be able to just continually have that. It's not just, okay, you're done, see you later.
The first thing we say is, welcome to the Zoo family, because we want them to come in as clients but leave as friends and know that we're just like them.